Hi everyone, welcome to Module 3 or Unit 3. For this week we're going to focus on Chapters 5 and 6, and you'll have the discussion for this week, and then you'll have the assignment. Make sure that you're submitting your assignment by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Make sure that you're also including an APA formatted in-text citation and reference to support your analysis as well. Now, in the assignment, we're looking at voluntary associations, and they look at about American society and people. And we're looking at how does a voluntary association serve, what can the government do to support it, and what are some of the issues or challenges that we're facing. So you see that you have, let me see here, about 4 questions to evaluate in your work. Make sure to address all the questions, so that'll be very important. Now for this week, we're looking at the social groups and organizations. And you'll notice that there's a lot of social groups. And the primary groups with society, or primary groups in our culture, are primary, secondary, and social network groups. Primary groups are looking at friends and families. And basically, they're a mirror image of each other. Another secondary group, larger, formal, and impersonal. And they could transform into primary groups as well. You have basically shared interests or activities and interact based off of those experiences. For example, bicycling. Those people have something in common. If you have a common sport, that'd be a secondary group. Now, in-groups and out-groups. In groups, you're going to be looking at loyalty, the perception of right and wrong, us versus them mentality. Whereas the out-groups are going to be looking at what do they do, what do others do, always concerned about the others. And the last one is looking at the reference groups. They're going to be evaluating ourselves. You're going to be looking at families, neighbors, teachers, and classmates. For example, all of us have reference groups. The groups we use as standards to evaluate ourselves. Now, how do you think the reference groups of these members of the KKK who are demonstrating in Texas differ from those police officers who are protecting the right of speech? They're doing different things, but they're in the same group. Although the KKK and this police officer use different groups to evaluate their attitudes and behaviors, the process is basically the same. And the last one we're looking at is social networks. And social networks are going to be linking one another together. Basically, friends, families, acquaintances, people at work, always trying to match them together. Now, the smallest part of social networks is our friends and acquaintances. The people we hang out and we do things together. They kind of overlap with the reference group as well. When you look at these 2 photos in this PowerPoint, you'll see how the reference groups and social networks are not likely to then lead to the same social destination per se. Just because you're friends and family, you might not be in that same group that's established. So for this week, we're going to be trying to look at the role of groups and how the perception of groups change in American society. So make sure to read the 2 assigned chapters. Make sure to focus on the discussion and the assignment question. And I look forward to your effort this week.